Hey guys, Tara LaMagna, Platinum Director with Lemongrass Spa Products here. Today I'm going to talk with you about follow-ups, following up with your customers. Why is it important? How do you do it? When do you do it? What system do you use to do it? I get asked these questions by my team all the time. And so I just want to spend some time today sharing with you about how to do all those things. So before we dive in, I want to share this quote with you that I find very powerful. If you don't take care of your customers, your competition will. This is so true. So many of us do not follow up with customers. We get the sale and then we thank the customer usually. And after that, we don't reach back out. We expect them to come to us. That is not how it works. If you don't follow up with your customers, somebody else will, whether it's somebody else in your company or someone else in maybe a different company that offers a similar product. This is what happens every single day with not only direct sales, with other big box companies, small companies. If the customer service is not there, the customers will not come back. So let me share with you some statistics to paint this picture for you, okay? All right, so 65% of a company's business comes from existing customers. 65%. You guys, that is a huge number. That means if you're not doing follow-ups, if you're not providing excellent customer service, you are losing out on a big chunk of your sales. If you're constantly looking for new customers and that's where your focus is, you're going to find that, well, a few things. You're going to find that your sales aren't as high. You're going to find that you're frustrated and you feel like you're spinning your wheels because you're constantly trying to build a brand new customer base. With direct sales and specifically Lemongrass Spa, we have consumable products. So you should, after your first few months as a consultant, you should have a good base of repeat customers if you're doing your follow-ups correctly. And that is going to save you a lot of time and energy. Loyal customers spend 67% more than new ones. Why? Well, there's a million different reasons why, but just a few of those reasons is because, of course, loyal customers have tried the products. They trust you, they trust your products, and they're willing to try new things. New customers don't really have the trust with us yet, so they may just buy a couple things to start, and so their orders sometimes are smaller than those of repeat customers. 69% of US consumers say customer service is very important when it comes to their loyalty to a brand. I want you to think about the brands that you use and why you use those brands. Is it because you really just love the product? Is it because you purchased it from a company who provided excellent customer service? What are the things that made you become a repeat customer? And you can pause the video while you think about that, do a little brainstorm of that, maybe write it down, because that's going to help you identify what you should be doing to create those repeat customers. 93% of customers are likely to make repeat purchases with companies who offer excellent customer service. You guys, it is so much easier to keep a customer that you already have by providing them excellent customer service than it is to constantly be trying to find new customers, okay? I want you to really remember that. Try to ingrain that into your brain, okay? Because it's super important. 80% of your future profits will come from just 20% of your existing customers. Let me read that one again because it's a powerful statistic. 80% of your future profits will come from just 20% of your existing customers. So what does that mean? That means, again, we want to really focus on providing excellent customer service to our top customers, right? To our loyal customers, because that's going to result in 80% of our future profits. 86% of consumers say that their close family and friends impact their purchases most. This is key. not only when you are doing customer follow-ups, you're not only retaining that customer, you're also getting new customers, because it's all about word of mouth. Word of mouth is the most powerful way to get the word out about your products and to get new customers. So if you're providing excellent customer service, if you're doing the follow-ups with your loyal customers, what are they going to do? They're going to tell their friends. I want you to think about a product or maybe a restaurant you've gone to, or something that you have purchased in some way or another. I want you to think about who you told about that. Most of us, if we go to a restaurant and we love it, we tell our friends. Nowadays, we post it on social media. Our customers will do the same thing when we provide them excellent customer service. So I want to ask you, how often do you follow up with customers? How often do you do it? How do you do it? I want you to really think about that. And again, pause this video and write it down. If you don't follow up, if you don't follow up with customers, that's completely okay for right now, because you don't know what you don't know. When I first started direct sales with Lemongrass Spa 8 years ago, I did not do customer follow-ups. I was afraid to reach out, mostly because for some reason, I thought that if I reached out to say, hey, how are you liking the products? They would find me pushy instead of helpful. Now, I don't know how or why I would think that, but that's what I thought. I was really, really scared about being pushy. That is the one thing that I promised myself when I joined Lemongrass that I would not be. I said, I will join, but I'm never going to be that pushy person. And I didn't want my customers to feel like I was just reaching out to get another sale. So I went to my first conference with Lemongrass, and we had some training there on follow-ups, and I wanted to expand my business, and I wanted to do things that made me scared, but do them anyways. So I started doing follow-ups, and guess what? When I followed up with customers, they thanked me. They thanked me. Literally, almost all of them said, thank you so much for following up. Nobody ever does that. I always buy the product. I never hear from the consultant again. That happens all the time in direct sales. And when we're being genuine and we truly want to know that they're enjoying the products and if there's any questions we can answer for them, when we're being genuine and we want to help them and we take the focus off of getting that next sale or getting a booking or getting a new recruit, if we just genuinely care about them, guess what? They're going to appreciate you following up with them. And because they appreciate you following up with them, they are going to purchase again from you, and they might join your team. They might book a party. Okay. So don't stress if you don't currently have a system in place for follow-ups. We're going to talk about that today. And don't stress either if you've not done any follow-ups as of right now. All right. Okay. So when do you follow up? Now, there are so many different ideas around this. There's different systems to use, but this is what I have found to be most effective in my business. So this is what I'm sharing with you. And as with anything, what I share with you today, you can take, try, make your own. You can change this up completely, but I just wanted to share with you what works for me. So the first time I follow up with a customer is after I receive their order. Sometimes I get an email confirmation through my website saying a customer ordered, and I had no idea they were ordering. Sometimes I get an order through a party. Either way, I follow up and I thank them for their order. So an example of this, of what I would say is, hi, Amy, thanks so much for your order. I can't wait to hear what you think of the insert product. I'll let you know when your order ships. That does a few things. It thanks her for her order, right? It shows her I appreciate that, but it also tells her this isn't a blanket, a copy paste message, because I'm specifically talking about the product or products that she purchased by inserting the name of it. And I'm letting her know that I'm going to reach back out to her because I'm telling her I'm going to let her know when her order ships. So now Amy is expecting me to get back to her. And if I don't, then guess what? I'm already breaking my promise, right? So that, for those of you that are a little nervous to reach out, this is your way of saying, now I have to, it's a way of holding yourself accountable because you told the customer you're going to let them know when the order ships. Now you have to reach out to them again. And let me tell you this, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to become in doing it. All right. The next time I reach out is when the order ships, of course, because that's what I told Amy I was going to do. So I would say, happy Tuesday, Amy. I hope you're doing well. I've got great news for you. Your order shipped and is due to arrive. Tell her when. Can't wait to hear what you think of the products. So there, I say it again, can't wait to hear what you think of the products. So that alludes to the fact that I'm going to reach out to her again and ask her what she thinks about the products. And when do you think I'm going to reach out to her again? I am going to reach out to her when the order arrives or within 1 to 2 days of it arriving. I want to make sure that I reach out during that short time frame of when it arrives, because I want to do a few things. I want to make sure that the products arrived safely in the mail, because we know that USPS can sometimes be crazy when they handle packages, and sometimes products can be damaged, right? So I want to make sure that the products all arrived safely. And I also want to know if there's any questions she has about the products she ordered, because I know it's crazy, but people don't remember everything. So Amy may have ordered a product from me at a party, and at that moment I had shared how to use it and what it's going to do for her skin. But 2 weeks later now, or a week later, she doesn't remember how to use it or what it's going to do for her skin. I can't tell you how many times customers don't know how to use products that they ordered once they ordered it. Now, there are directions, of course, on the packaging, but we're going to provide that excellent customer service and be proactive and ask her what questions she has about the products. So on this message, I say, hi, Amy, it looks like your order arrived. What questions do you have for me about the products now that you have them in your hands? See, I didn't ask in that message if the products arrived safely. You can do that, but if they didn't arrive safely, she's going to let me know anyways, because I say it looks like your order arrived. And if she knows, oh, Tara's checking in with me, then yeah, now is a good time for me to let her know that this broke or this was damaged. The next time I'm going to reach out to Amy is 2 weeks after her order arrives. Okay, so now I'm going to do a check-in to see how she's liking the products and which ones she's liking most. So I would say, hi, Amy, now that you've had some time to try the products, I'd love to know what you think of them. Which one are you liking most right now? When we message customers, we want to try to ask them a question that is not a yes or no answer. By asking the question, which one are you liking most right now? Amy's not going to say yes or no. She's going to tell me which product she's liking most right now. And I'm keeping it positive. I've seen some consultants message saying something like, are there any products you don't like? Or which product, or what do you think of the products? When you ask a question like, what do you think of the products? That's a hard question to answer. Like, what is she going to say? She's going to have to think too much about it. When if you just ask which product are you liking most right now, then that's an easy response. She can name the product that she loves the most. And then you can start that conversation with her. And then the final time, this isn't the final time, but the next time I'm going to message her is 2 months after her purchase. And sometimes I'll even do this 1 month after her purchase, depending, but it's going to be at least 1 to 2 months after her purchase. And in this message, I am just checking in. So I might say something like, hi, Amy, I hope all is well with you and yours, because I really do. And that's just a way of me checking in, right? And I will ask her, are you still enjoying your products? Now, after she responds with yes or no, then you can engage in conversation with her and you can ask if she needs any refills or if there's a product she's been wanting to try that you can get ordered for her. Okay. Another thing I will say is I usually in this message ask them if they've seen the specials for that month. That's also a great and easy way to start that conversation with them and send them the specials flyer if they haven't already seen it. At this point, you can also make sure that they're a member of your VIP group on Facebook. Because if they're a member of your VIP group on Facebook and you are posting every day in your group, then guess what? You're already communicating with Amy probably pretty regularly because Amy hopefully is engaging with your posts. She's seeing your specials. She's doing all of the things. So oftentimes for my customers, I don't even get to the 2-month point before they purchase again. And then I start this whole cycle over again where I thank them for their order and then I let them know when it ships and all of the things. Okay. So the goal is always to not get to the 2-month purchase point before they order again. Hopefully they order again within that time frame. All right. One other thing I want to say about this is please don't copy and paste a follow-up message because it's so spammy. It's so spammy. And so often when people copy and paste a follow-up message, they don't include the customer's name, which makes it feel even more spammy, which makes it feel even more ingenuine, and it doesn't establish that trust and respect and appreciation from your customer. Okay. So when you take the time to type out the message, it takes just a few seconds, maybe a minute, then it shows the customer you really care. Okay. The other thing I do want to mention here is that if you look at my messages, they're all short. I have received so many messages from other direct sellers in my inbox that are like huge long paragraphs. Guess what, guys? People don't have time for that. People do not have time to read a whole huge paragraph from you. They're not going to. Okay. So you want to keep them short and sweet. And you want to ask a question if you can in each message so that way they'll respond to you. Okay. So that's a great segue into what is the best method to use when you're doing follow-ups. Now, by this, I mean, is it phone? Is it email, a voice message, or a text message? I get this question again all the time from my team members. Here's the stats. It's black and white. When I first started with direct sales 8 years ago, everybody was saying, all the direct sales trainers that were out there, they were telling me to pick up my phone and call my customers to follow up. Call my customers to follow up and leave a voicemail. Not anymore, you guys. Not anymore. Email, voice message, and an SMS text message are the top 3 communication channels consumers are engaging with businesses. Okay. The bottom one to use is email. Email's on the bottom because email can be pushed to the spam folder. It can be pushed to the trash folder, and your customers cannot even see the email that you took the time to type out and send. Okay. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is people get so many emails a day that oftentimes they will delete them. Now, I'm not saying email isn't important. Email is important, and I use email and I get sales from my customers through email. However, I do not use email to follow up with my customers on their orders. Okay, the second best method is a voice message. So this would be like, not I'm going to call them up and leave a voicemail, but this would be like I am going to record a voice message on Facebook Messenger or a voice message on text, and I'm going to send it to them that way. Okay. But the top way to the top most effective way to communicate with your customers is SMS text message. Physically typing out what you're going to say and either texting it to their phone or messaging it to them on Facebook. Now, 82% of text messages are read within 5 minutes. That's crazy. Let me say it again. 82%, you guys, 82% of text messages are read within 5 minutes. This is the reason why I take the time to actually text people using my phone versus messaging them on Facebook. Unless I already have established a rapport with the customer and I know that we communicate best via private message on Facebook, I'm going to use my phone and I'm going to text them. Okay. Another cool thing about texting is the customer has to open the text in order to delete it. So whether they read it or not, they have to open it. And statistics show that 82% of them are read within the first 5 minutes of you sending it. Okay. What was the other thing I was going to share with you about that? Oh, another thing, especially when you're reaching out to customers the first time, if you're texting them, make sure to let them know who it is. So I might say, "Hi, Amy, it's Tara with Lemongrass Spa," and then I'll type out whatever I want to type out. But make sure that you do that, because otherwise Amy's going to reply and she's going to be like, "Who is this? I don't know who this is," especially if it's the first time you're reaching out to the customer. All right. And even when it's not the first time, I always do that just to remind them, because I don't know if they saved my information in their phone, even though I asked them to save my information in their phone, right? So there is your answer. Text messaging is where it's at, especially when it comes to customer follow-up. Okay, so the big question, what system do I use? Which system is best? Here's the thing, guys. It is not a cookie cutter. There's no perfect answer to this. Okay, it depends on what you prefer. It depends on if you like paper pencil or if you like computer, an automated system. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a few different options depending on what you like. And even these options, I mean, there's so many different ideas out there on the internet. You can Google customer follow-up system and you'll see the wide variety. Okay, you could ask your upline what they use. You could ask other team members what they have used. I personally have tried, I don't know, hundreds of different methods in my 8 years with my company. And I have found what works for me. And it's kind of a combination of a lot of these, but I want to share with you some of the main ways. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try some of these. If you don't have a system, try some of these and see what you like best, what works for you. And the system that you try first isn't going to be, it might not be the system that sticks. Okay. It's trial and error. So if you like a hard copy system, there is the old tried and true way of index cards. This is really basic. You put your customer's name on an index card, you put their information, their phone number, you put when they ordered last, you can write down what they ordered, and you can either have a box for index cards or you can have a Rolodex kind of thing. That's an old school way that is tried and true if you like the hard copy system. Another way is a binder. You literally just keep a binder for, you could do a binder for, each month, or a binder, depending on how many customers you have and how many customer orders. You can start a binder, see how it works out. Maybe you can fit 3 months in the binder. But again, same idea. You have one sheet of paper in there for each customer with their contact information and what they're ordering. You can make any customer notes in there. And then a folder and filing cabinet. This is one of the first ways that I did customer follow-ups. I took a manila folder and I labeled each with the months. Each month had a different folder, and I would just print out their their orders. Or back then I was doing a lot of in-home parties, so I would just take the copy of their order from the party and I would stick it in the folder, and then I would know, okay, these people ordered first in January, I'm going to follow up with them first, etc. So you kind of just move the folders around, rearrange them as as you follow up. So when I'm done following up with all of January, I would move them to the end and focus on February, that kind of idea. Now, it is 2021, so we have automated options that will help you very much in following up with your customers, okay? There are so many of these again. The three that I have here, Project Broadcast, Visly, and MailChimp, they all offer ways that you can follow up with customers via text or email, and you can schedule the follow-ups. So I can say that I want to send this specific message 2 weeks after I send the first message, or I want to send this message to them a month after this message goes out. So you can schedule them all in a row, all of your follow-up messages, and it'll automatically go out. Okay, so this is a huge time saver. A lot of direct sellers right now are using these for that. All right. Here's the thing. Like I said, the system that you use is totally up to you. You can try whatever feels comfortable. At the end of the day, what you need to remember is just that you need to do them. You need to do follow-ups. I don't care what system you use. Identify one you want if you don't have one yet, and try it and just start using it. You don't have to stick to that system that you start with. Like I said, I've tried a bunch of them and I've come up with my own system that works for me. Okay. You're going to do the same. It's not a cookie cutter answer. Okay. Everybody's different. So the other thing to remember is start small. If you're not doing any follow-ups, then I want you to start by just doing one follow-up a day. Challenge yourself to do one follow-up a day this month, okay? For 30 days, do one follow-up a day. As you do this, you're going to feel much more comfortable. It's going to feel much less intimidating because you're only doing one a day. You're not doing 5 or 10 or 20 or whatever, right? Just one a day. And then you can add on. Maybe next month you do 2 a day. Maybe the following month you do 5 a day, right? So start small, and then you're going to have much more success, okay? Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I have another thing to share with you that I was just thinking of that I didn't include in the slides. So that is, I oftentimes get people asking me, well, who do I follow up with first? So here's the thing. If you have not been doing follow-ups, just take a deep breath. It's okay. It's okay. All right. What you should do, instead of going all the way back to the very beginning of your career with whatever company you're with, instead of going all the way back, you actually want to start with the customers who ordered most recently from you. Okay. So I want you to start there and then work your way back. And eventually you're going to get back to those people that you didn't follow up with a year ago or 2 years ago when you first started. It's okay. When you reach out to those people who it's been entirely too long for you to really do an effective job following up, I want you to just apologize. You know, that is what I did. This is truly what I did. Like I said, when I first started, I wasn't doing follow-ups. Then I took the deep dive, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to get this done. When I got back to those customers that had been like a year since they ordered, I reached out to them and I said, hey, Amy, it's Tara with Lemongrass Spa. I am so sorry. I never followed up with you after you bought insert item. I know it's been a really long time, but I'd love to know what you thought of the product. And if you're interested at all in joining me in my VIP group on Facebook, I share a lot of natural living tips and tricks in there. And I'd love to have you. Okay. Very simple. Just apologize for not following up. You didn't know what you didn't know, right? And that's okay. And that is going to mean something to the customer because you're apologizing. You're not saying, oh, you're not pretending that you never followed up with them. You're owning it. And that's that's okay. That builds trust with them. Okay. And guess what? If you don't hear back from them, that's okay. You can just continue on with your follow-ups. And if I want you to think about it this way, if you get some people who do respond, who you haven't followed up with for a year, then awesome. Awesome. I wouldn't expect anybody to respond to you who has not heard from you in a year. Okay. I wouldn't expect them to. So if they do, then awesome. If they don't worry about it. Move on. Okay. Right now, we're just trying to get to the point where we can reach all the way back to them. Okay. But I want you to start by reaching out to those customers who most recently ordered from you. Another thing that I tried recently that worked really well in booking my March was I actually went to one of my most recent posts in my VIP group where I got a lot of responses, a lot of comments. I actually reached out to everyone who commented. So I started at the top of the comments. I reached out, I private messaged each person individually. And I just said, it was about our new product launch. And I just said, hey, Amy, I saw that you saw my post about spring launch. I'm super stoked about it. Can I send you some information when the products are revealed? Of course, Amy's going to say yes. She would love to. And then I reached out to Amy and I said, hey, Amy, here's our new products. Which one are you most excited to try? Amy responded, let me know which product she was most excited to try. Awesome. I can't wait to try that too. Are you interested in hosting it all in March? We've got some great specials and awesome hostess rewards so you can get that product and others for free. What do you think? I can't tell you guys how many, actually I can. I received, I was gonna say, I can't tell you guys how many bookings I got from that, but actually I can. That day that I sent all those messages, I actually got 12 bookings for March. 12 bookings for March. That was just one day of follow-ups. That's it. Done. Crazy. Okay. So if you are brand new and you don't even have a customer base yet, start by doing something like that. Hopefully you've begun to build your VIP group up. And if you have, then just go to your most recent post, see who engaged in that post. And if you didn't ask a question in that post, then create a new post and ask a question, which requires a response from your customers. And then once they respond, then you can use that method I just shared. Just go through the list of comments and reach out to those people. Those people are already showing that they're interested in what you have to share. So therefore, those people are the most interested in purchasing from you. Another tip is that the people who purchased from you most recently are most likely to purchase from you again. Okay, so the person that bought from you last week is more likely to buy from you this week than the person who bought from you 2 months ago. I used to think that if somebody bought from me a week ago, that I shouldn't reach out to them to share a great special that was happening because they just ordered a week ago. Why would they want to order again? Those are the people that you do want to reach out to first. Those are the people that are going to want to order again. Okay. When we love something, we want more of it, right? So those are the people that are going to want to order immediately. Okay. So I want you to keep that in mind too. So anytime you have a flash sale, a special, anything exciting to share, that's the group of people that you want to reach out to first. All right. Okay, guys, I've shared a lot of information with you today. I hope that it is helpful, but please, please make sure you are following up with your customers. Even one a day to start is going to be beneficial, and you're going to see your customer base grow because of it. And you're also going to see your sales grow and become steady, because when you follow up, you're going to create those loyal customers who are going to want to come back month after month and purchase from you. So you're going to have to do less and less work because these people love you because you're providing excellent customer service and they're sharing it with their friends. Okay. So go out there, get some follow-ups done, and create a system, find a system that works best for you. And it's okay if you try a bunch, but just try and then develop your own system, or you can sometimes combine a few systems, right? Do what works for you, but make sure you do the follow-ups. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, everybody.